Welcome to Power Words with Victoria. Hello, my name is Victoria. Welcome to another episode of Power Words with Victoria, and I'm here every Sunday evening. If this is the first time that you're joining us, do take time to subscribe and set up an alert so you don't miss the post every Sunday evening. Yeah, the last time we were talking about speed and consistency, and we're moving it forward, to talk about something that honestly is one of my pet peeves. I have quite a number of pet peeves that I might tell you about in due course, but this is one of them. And this is about starting things for the long term, having the long-term view in mind before you start anything. Yes, before you start, think about the long term. Is this something that you're going to sit with for a long time? Is it something that is sustainable? Think about it. Why is it important to start things with the end game in mind? Don't go away, we'll start from the beginning. You of course would have heard about starting with the end in mind, and you would have heard about built-to-last, and you would have heard about sustainability. In my job, I talk a lot about sustainability, and that speaks to not just doing things, because that's what is expected of you, not just doing things to tick the box, not just doing things to win a vote right now, to win someone over right now, to win an argument right now, or for the benefit of today, but thinking about it in the long term. What are you looking for? What is your end game? What do you want out of this? How long are you willing to handle it with the whole situation that you're seeing right now that you want to overlook because you just want to win that person now? Are there things that you're going to be able to handle in your tomorrow, in the direction that you're going in? And if you know the vision that you have for your life, why do you want to do this business right now? Why do you want to take this course right now? Why do you want to take this job right now? Okay, yes, you tell me that, you don't know what you're talking about. Jobs are few and far between, so you take whatever is there now. You have pressures today. There is something that you need to do, and you just need this job right now, and you just need to do this deal right now. But you know what? If you don't think about the long-term reason, you're going to have many stops and starts. You're going to have many things that you do by chance. You're not going to build anything that outlasts the challenge or the problem that you're dealing with right now. If you don't keep your eye on your ultimate goal, you're going to make so many mistakes that may be difficult to walk back from in order to get to where you're going. A number of us feel stuck right now, but we feel like we have no choice. I understand that because I felt that way at a point. You see, I found myself in a situation where I had to be an adult before I knew what adulthood was. I needed to take care of people when I didn't know how to take care of myself. And there were decisions that I should have made, which would have brought me faster to where I am today. But I couldn't make those decisions because I wasn't thinking about the long term. I just focused on what was in front of me, on what I needed to do. You don't have to make your own mistakes. You can actually learn from the mistakes of others. That's why I'm sharing this with you today. Yes, I got to where I want to be, but it took a long time coming. It doesn't have to take that long for you. You can start with the end in mind. How do you know that something might not be what you're looking for? I think it starts first of all from you knowing exactly what your life is about. What tracks do you want to leave in the sand of time? How do you want to show up? What is your ultimate goal? It starts from knowing that. And if you keep your eye on that, there's some opportunities that you will find out are not yours to take. Yes, they might look very interesting. They look like they're the best thing. After sliced bread, some people will say, but is that the right thing for you? Is that in line with your goal in life? Is that in line with your vision? Will it take you to where you ultimately want to go? You have dreams of who you want to be. Are you building toward that goal? You know, I was in church today, Pastor Shea, and he was talking about why it's important to recognize the doors of opportunity that open to you. You need the discernment of the Spirit of God to know whether this is the right door for you. It's not everything that is in front of you that you need to take. Sometimes there are opportunities that are in front of you that you will take, knowing that that is not the end of the road for you, knowing that this is a stopgap and that this is going to help you learn something that will work towards your ultimate goal. There are going to be challenges. Whatever job you have, you're going to have challenges in that job. And if you're not taking anything from that job or that project or that business that builds towards your ultimate goal, you would have wasted your time. If you're in the middle of doing something, it doesn't matter how far you've come with it, and you're struggling with it, you need to stop and ask yourself why you're struggling with that thing that you're doing. And if you find out that it's a lack of skill, you can fix that. Skills can be learned. If you find out that your heart is not in it, you need to find out why your heart is not in it. And if after you've done your heart searching, your heart is still not in it, you need to be able to walk away from it. Just walk away. Imagine that you're in a difficult relationship and you know from the beginning that it's difficult, and you stay in it. What are you building for? What are you expecting? Okay, you're on a job that is not what you really want to do, but it takes all of your time, and you don't even have the time to get ready for the things that you want to do in the future. You're struggling with it, but you stay there. Why are you staying with it? The things that you love to do, the things that you can build in the long term, don't come without their challenges. And I'll tell you a couple of things that will not come with situations that will be sustainable. First thing, they're not oppressive. They're not heavy. They're not burdensome. They're challenging, yes, but they're not painful. And they don't hurt you. And they don't make you feel less than yourself. They don't make you feel less than human. They don't make you feel distressed. They don't belittle you. Are you going to be able to continue with this over time? That is what the long term means. For the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, for the next 30 years. Will you be willing and happy to stay with this thing? So to be clear, building with your long-term goal in mind, or starting with your long-term goal in mind, is not about convenience. But then, it's not torture either. If you ever feel like the situation that you're in, like this partnership that you're in, this business that you're in, this thing that you're doing, gives you nightmares, is a torture when you think about it, you wish you weren't there, you need to stop right now and reevaluate. Life is a gift. Time is something that you can never get back when it passes. Money you can always replace. Everything in life you can always replace. But time is something that is more precious. You can never replace it. Make sure that you're not wasting your life away doing short-term things that have no end goal. Make sure that whatever you're investing your time, your energy, your resources in today are worth the while in view of your long-term goals. So in these days of quick fixes, or that deal just came up and let's just do it. Stop a minute. Think about it. What is your end goal? Where are you going with this thing? Where are you going with it? Think about that. And as you focus that way on anything that comes before you, or any door that opens before you, or any opportunity, or any deal that anyone comes to you with, you'll be able to evaluate it in the light of your long-term goal, of your vision and your desire and your aspirations. You'll be able to evaluate it properly. Many people have lost so much money, have lost so much time. Others have lost their minds thinking about what they've lost. So stop and think, can you stay with it for the long term? Is it in line with what you believe in? Can you deal with its challenges because you know the end result? And hey, it's not all about your happiness. Your happiness is not the ultimate goal. That something makes you happy does not mean that that is the right thing to do. Evaluate what you want to do based on what makes you happy, yes. Not disenfranchising those around you. It's not just about what makes you happy today. It's about what will make you happy in the long term, and what will make those around you happy in the long term, and what will bring value to society and to humanity. And make sure that it is in line with what God has purpose for you. So to conclude, before you start anything, make sure that it is something that is working towards your long-term goal. Make sure that it is something that you can stay with in the long term. If it is heavy, if it is burdensome, if it is like torture, take time to evaluate it. If it is a skill set problem, fix it. If it is a mindset problem, fix it. But if it is something that does not agree with you and is not in line with your goals and your dreams, learn to walk away from it. I look forward to hearing what you think about this. Do subscribe and set up your alerts. Have a good evening and see you again next Sunday. Bye now. Thanks for watching. Join me every Sunday evening for Power Words with Victoria